She has this magnetism about her. The camera loves her.
By almost any measure, Teri Hatcher is one of Hollywood's biggest stars.
Anytime you're out there, she causes a stir with fans and paparazzi. That's part of her life.
At an age when most actresses see their careers start to fade, Teri's career continues to soar.
There's Teri Hatcher at the center again of popular culture and at the center of the Hollywood world.
Her role as Susan Meyer in the hit TV series Desperate Housewives has earned her not only a legion of new fans, but a Golden Globe and 3 Screen Actors Guild Awards.
Once you have those, you're pretty much good, at least for a while, in Hollywood.
But despite all her success on screen, off-screen, her love life has been punctuated by heartbreak.
Maybe you can't have it all at the same time. Maybe there just hasn't been room for a guy yet.
From Superman to struggling single mom to desperate housewife, the rise and fall, and as again, of Teri Hatcher. In April 2006, 42-year-old Teri Hatcher stared out from the cover of Vanity Fair magazine on the nation's newsstands.
She's an amazing, beautiful woman. She really became emblematic of a woman who was not a kid anymore, but who was still extremely vibrant.
There are people out there who are sex symbols who it's all about the sex. It's all about the vavoom. And with Teri, there's plenty of vavoom, but there's such an elegance there. That is what makes her rare.
The past 12 months had been a whirlwind, capped off that fall with a Golden Globe Award for Best Performing Actress in a Comedy Series for her work on Desperate Housewives.
That was a breakthrough in its way for her to have that, that endorsement of Hollywood.
But nestled among the glamorous shots of the award-winning actress was the dramatic revelation that as a child, Teri had been sexually abused. And a second, equally dramatic revelation about her efforts as an adult to see justice done for another victim.
I was sitting in my office and the phone rang, and it was Teri Hatcher calling to tell me that she had some information on our case. She really had no upside going forward, but she knew that the one reason to come forward was it was the right thing to do.
It marked another crucial step in Teri's quest to make peace with her troubled past. Teri Lynn Hatcher was born in Palo Alto, California on December 8, 1964. Her father, Owen, was a nuclear physicist and electrical engineer, and her mother, Esther, was a computer programmer at Lockheed Martin.
She didn't come from a showbiz family. There was nothing in her roots to indicate that showbiz was going to be her life.
In her memoir, Teri wrote that, as an only child, she got plenty of attention from her parents, although oftentimes the message was mixed.
Her mother is telling her she's perfect, she can do no wrong in her eyes, and everything is great. And her dad is telling her nothing she does is good enough.
Teri tells a story about what happened when she showed her father a difficult geometry problem she solved in school.
And he looks at it and he says, "There's many ways to solve this problem, Teri. Let me show you other ways." And she just wants him to give her love and acceptance that she solved the problem. He says, "No, let me show you other ways," and she doesn't want to know any other way. So he calls her a brick. He said, "You're a brick, you should be a sponge."
But Teri has many other fond memories of her dad, especially hiking and fishing with him in the Northern California wilderness.
Teri Hatcher was definitely a tomboy as a child. Teri was, kind of big into fishing and sports, and she was out there running around all the time.
In school, Teri excelled in both science and math.
Teri Hatcher might, if you had asked her in high school, have told you that she was going to be a math teacher. That, I think, was the sort of accepted career.
But her true love was dancing.
She took dance all her life as a girl.
When Teri Hatcher is about 14 or 15 years old, she goes and auditions for the San Francisco Ballet with a bunch of other girls in her dance class who she admits are much better than she is. So she shows up and she doesn't get in. But she gets the rejection letter and she saves it. She puts it in a scrapbook and she still has it to this day.
She may not have gotten into the San Francisco Ballet, but she did give up on dancing.
Teri was on a dance squad in high school called the Featherettes. They wore big headdresses.
She was actually captain, so she had a whole line she was in charge of. And they performed during the football games down on the field, too.
Teri graduated from Fremont High School in 1982. A comment in the yearbook hinted at things to come, but missed the mark by quite a bit.
She was voted most likely to go on to be a solid gold dancer.
Determined to study math and become a teacher, Teri enrolled at De Anza College in Cupertino, California. But her experience with the Featherettes in high school had also sparked an interest in performing. She enrolled in an acting seminar at the American Conservatory Theater in nearby San Francisco. Her teacher, a young redhead, one day became as famous as Teri.
There were 160 of us or something, and group 1 was taught by a 26-year-old young ACT actress named Annette Bening.
Teri applied the same tenacity and determination to studying acting as she had to solving math problems.
I could very plainly see from the very first day that she was there to figure it out.
And with Bening as a teacher, Teri learned some valuable lessons she has kept with her to this day.
If you were doing a scene for Annette and a moment happened on the stage that she believed to be artificial, not truthful, not real, Annette would say BS. Well, she wouldn't say BS, she'd say the full version. And I'm sure that there are moments in Teri's career where she probably performed a scene or done a take of something where she probably has heard Annette in the back of her head say, BS. And she's probably stopped and gone back and made it truthful, because her work is really truthful.
With her dancer's figure, Teri made quite an impression on some of her fellow students.
Teri was doing a scene and this 15-year-old boy was literally like staring at her legs, shorts or something, I don't know, but you know, literally like not paying attention to Annette, not paying attention to the work being done, but paying attention to Teri's legs or whatever it was. And Annette hit him to make him pay attention.
By the time the 10-week course was over, Teri had made an impression on everyone, not just the adolescent boys.
I could tell right away that there was a different quality about this girl than there was about the other people in class.
It was an impression she would make over and over again as she made her way toward Hollywood, although at the time, she had no idea that was where she was headed.
She wasn't expecting to make a career out of it. She was expecting to go back home, marry her high school boyfriend, become a math teacher, and raise kids and live the rest of her life there.
That, of course, wasn't exactly how things would turn out.